So with the phase of this new channel, why not I give you guys a sketchbook tour. So I'm going to be going through two sketchbooks from the year 2023 to current. And these, like this type of size of sketchbook, these moleskins, I really do like them. They're not too big, they're not too small, and I feel like I can just do whatever I want in them. So when it comes to me drawing and doing art, right, I've been drawing ever since I was 11 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And that was when I was a part of the otaku club when I was in middle school. And there was this comic book artist who came over and he showed his drawing skills, and then he gave out sketchbooks, and I thought it was like amazing. And then I've basically been dedicating my life to art and creativity ever since then, right? And I've just evolved as a person, right? Now, it's not like I'm the best artist like in the world, right? You can probably look through some of the pages and be like, okay, this doesn't look like great, fantastic art, but it's a sketchbook, right? So I'm basically showing you guys what I look like with, bare naked, right? Basically, because that's what a sketchbook is. A sketchbook is all my loose ideas, thoughts, opinions, sketches, stuff like that, all in the forms of drawings, just put on a paper. It's not like I intend for anybody to see every single page of my sketchbook, right? I was thinking about editing the video and just cherry picking which pages to show, but I decided why not just show everything, right? And there's definitely some stuff in here that I like a lot, and there's definitely some stuff that I'm gonna cringe at because it's like, dude, what the heck? Like you don't know how to draw. But I am pretty confident in my general ability to know how to draw, especially from reference. When it comes to art is like such a great medium to do basically whatever you want, because you can do it however you want. You don't have to learn anything to be good at art, right? You don't have to have went to school. You don't have to have taken classes. You don't have to have looked at anything in order to become a good artist or even a great artist, right? There's so many artists out here who just started off, however they wanted to, or maybe they did learn everything and they broke all the concepts. They broke all of what they knew in order to kind of rebuild and recreate themselves as an artist, right? And I like these two sketchbooks that I'll be showing you guys because I feel like I did a bunch of experimentation. When it came to the start of me like drawing, I just drew like a bunch of like OCs, original characters, right? I'm pretty familiar with that. I've been doing that like ever since. If you look through the sketch, or I say look through, but as you're looking at the sketchbooks, like you'll see that I'm just drawing like a bunch of anime characters and a bunch of like original characters and stuff like that, like characters I made with my head. And it's pretty fun because it's, again, a creative medium to create something out of nothing, right? And I'm just using practically my own experiences and what I've been through in life in order to create things, right, that I can only see in my head, right? And I think that's an amazing thing. And discovering that at such a young age allowed me to better know who I am, or how I would live my life. Now, with me having had taken on, I guess, like the YouTube fitness journey, right? It's kind of like made me disillusioned to who I really am, right? Sure, I enjoy and I love fitness, but it's like I just really had to try and put more of a focus on what I know and what I know to heart and what I feel is true with what I actually do in my life, right? So like with the process of me drawing and making new styles and everything, it's always interesting to see where I can see the progress I make, right? So it's like as if I'm taking baby steps. It's like I'm being reborn over and over again, right? When it comes to artistry and creativity, I've been born and alive many times, or I've had almost many lifetimes, right? And I consider those lifetimes to be whenever I change my philosophy on art, or whenever I change my art style on art. Especially your art style, we can get so attached to the way we do things, right? And it doesn't just have to be art in general, it can just be life. We can get way too attached, so attached to how we do things and how we perceive things in life, to the fact that we can't even try and change. We're going to be stubborn. And that was something I never exhibited in my art journey, right? I've always been trying to change. I've always been trying to do better. I've always been trying to improve. I've always been trying to relearn things and simplify things and break things down to their most minute detail and rebuild them all over again using nothing but like, 2 lines or something like that, right? And it's like translated into me in the real world, right? Where I'm willing to forget everything that I know about, the world, that I'm willing to reshape my own thoughts and my own opinions and my own beliefs and my own characteristics when I come across information that I feel like will be for the betterment of me, right? And even for the betterment of other people. And I've been showing this just through my art career, not just through, my life in general, right? And I feel like it stemmed from me doing art. It stemmed from me doing art, right? And that's just who I am. Like, I'm someone who wants to know everything I can and really make a judgment and discernment and do what I can that's better for myself. And it's just like so interesting because only now, as me saying it now, I've only made those connections as to like, okay, what I do with art is what also I do with my life. And that could be the same thing for when it comes to my fitness, right? What I do with my physical health is what I do with my life, right? And there's like the, I think it's called like the bleed-in effect or bleed-through effect, right? Like think of how when you take like a Sharpie and you put it through a thin piece of paper and the paper under it is like, marked with Sharpie, right? So you want to, you're going to notice a spillover, actually, that's the right term. You're going to notice that like as you focus on one thing in life and you can improve and become better and become disciplined at it, you'll tend to be able to also improve at other aspects of your life, or you can have an easier time improving other aspects of your life when that becomes more of your main focus, right? And again, I've noticed this for myself, right? I've noticed like this is the hardest I've ever worked in my life. This is like the most focused I've ever been in my life. This is the most dedicated I've ever been in my life to like, anything in general. That could just be with schooling, that could be with art, that could be with exercise, right? That could just be with creativity in general. When I was like 13, 14, 15, I wasn't doing that. I was like just going to my room after school every day and masturbating. I was over here watching porn or whatever, right? And I would like stay up all night. I would draw, but that how much would that impact my ability to make improvement when I prioritized comfort over discipline, right? Comfort over pain, right? So I'm still young. I'm not going to sit here and like be like, oh man, I should have done this before. I should have done this sooner. But that's just how it is. That's just how it goes. And, you're going to be who you are no matter what, right? You're going to end up where you are in life no matter what, whether that be 50 years down the line or, a year down the line, right? Whatever's going to be best for you, it's going to find its way towards you, and you're going to be able to follow it. Some people can just get stuck in a rut and then stay there for the rest of their lives, but they have to be able to like keep going, right? If every time that I decided to embark on creating a new style and I saw that it was bad and I needed improvement and like, it just was yucky looking and I just went back to the style that I was comfortable with, I'd be nowhere and I probably would have stopped drawing, right? For a time, I kind of did stop drawing, but that's because I was having, other creative outlets that I guess felt that void for drawing. But in general, like drawing, making art, that's my true love, right? It's like what's always emanating from my presence no matter what I do, right? And it feels like everything is just surrounds that belief that like I'm an artist, I'm a person who draws, I'm a person who creates things, right? And what's true to me being able to create things is to paint, is to draw, is to create like, visual mediums, right? And that's what I enjoy, that's what I love. And you have to be able to find that as well for yourself, right? To know like, how can you improve better in life? How can you get to a much sooner level to where like, you know where you want to be in life and to how you want the universe to kind of move in your way, right? Like, it's not about always being moved around, but we can also move things around us so we can get to where we need to be quicker, right? And I don't mean like, by taking advantage of people or by being stubborn or trying to get things your own way, but doing things to where you'll be granted, you'll be warranted the peace, you'll be warranted all of the fortune, you'll be warranted all of the great things that come into your life. But that's about all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out my Instagram and whatnot. Peace out.